What's up, y'all? Cliff here from Not Gospel Studios with another Ride to Church video. This year in 2024, you've got 50 weeks left, baby. 50 weeks in 2024 to get your goals met, to encourage and grow those relationships and grow yourself. We got 50 weeks left, y'all. Some of y'all might be saying, why is he going week by week? Why is he talking about week by week? It's going to be amazing, y'all, how fast this year goes by. I believe it. You're not even thinking it right now. Like, you're thinking 50, I've got forever. But by the time I get to 20, 10, 15, you're going to be like, holy smokes, this year's gone. Why aren't we moving? Well, it's freaking cold because it is January and I live in Kentucky and I forgot to start my truck. So we're going to let the truck warm up a little bit in this intro. We're talking about how to get back on the wagon, y'all. If you slipped up in your goals, how to get back on the wagon, how to create discipline. That's what we're talking about this week. That's what this week's video is about. This is Not Gospel. All right, y'all, so the truck is warm now. We're gonna get things going. If y'all are like me, and I think if y'all are just breathing, it's easy to fall off the wagon. When you start any kind of betterment, right? Like any kind of vow to yourself. We'll go with the weight loss thing because weight loss is easy. Everybody wants to lose a little bit of weight, or everybody has some kind of body image thing that they want to do. Everybody has one of those kind of goals, man, I feel like, and they set them at the start of the year. And it is so freaking easy, y'all, to fall off that wagon. Sometimes it feels like that wagon, man, is like going up one of those freaking ice road truckers, like dangerous roads. It's all windy and it's like swerving left to right. There's no seat belts, there's no guardrails, and you got this illegal immigrant like with mule kicking you right off the side, like both feet trying to mule kick you off the side of that wagon, y'all. It feels really easy to slip off that wagon. That's how it feels sometimes. It feels so easy. It feels like the world is desperate for you to fall off that wagon. How do you get back on it? Well, I feel like the way you can get back on that wagon once you've fallen off, you got to know a couple things about yourself to help you get back on the wagon. And what you got to know is how are you motivated? What kind of person are you? Are you an internally motivated person or an externally motivated person? Are you a positive feedback motivated person or a negative feedback motivated person? And it's going to be our goal this week to create that motivation in our life, to find out how we're motivated and create it. Also, I want to mention real quick, y'all, this week you notice my kids aren't with me. I'm driving by myself. Some people were freaking out saying that I was risking my life and my kids' life for a YouTube video. First off, I am not receiving a dime for this video. I still haven't figured out how to make that work. Google AdSense, make that work for me. I don't know how. Me and the tax man are gonna figure it out. And I would never risk my life, especially my kids' life, for a YouTube video. No offense to y'all, I love y'all as a community, but I would not do that. So everything we do is perfectly safe on the ride to church. It's not super busy streets. I'm very focused on my driving, and you're just gonna have to take my word for it. And on this particular thing, since I'm in the truck and you're online, one of us has the premier and optimum experience on whether or not I'm distracted from the road. It ain't you, it's me. I'm in here, I'm in the car, I know that we're safe. So if you don't want to take my word for it and that throws you off and you're like, hey, I ain't listening to this guy anymore, then that's fine. See you later, have a good life. Are you internally motivated or externally motivated? Now, an internally motivated person is somebody who can give themselves their own pep talk. You can sit down, get your cup of coffee, and you can meditate 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can pep yourself up, or get in the shower and sit there and give yourself a pep talk and pump yourself up and go over your whys as to why you're doing it. And you can focus so strongly. You can self-motivate in that way that you can get back on track, just you yourself. You have that within you to do that. An externally motivated person needs to get their motivation from somebody else. You need an external source. You need your pickup talk from, you need to watch a podcast. You need to get a video series of Monday motivations or something like that. You need to get your influence to get back on the wagon, to get discipline. You need to get that from an external source, from a friend, from an encouraging video, from a book, whatever it is. You need to get it from an external source. Let's look at it this way. If you're the kind of person who, when you're about to do a workout video, right, like you mute the instructor because you're like, yo, that instructor guy's throwing me off. I'm sick of this. Like, I don't need to hear what he's got to say. If that's you, you're probably internally motivated. Like, if he ain't motivating you and encouraging you to get it done, you're probably internally motivated. You can probably focus on your whys and you can get yourself rewired yourself. Me personally, I'm an internally motivated person. I'm a little bit of both, and you may be a little bit of both. I'm an internally motivated person, and I'm external in a negative way, but we're going to talk about that. So first off, you need to figure out if you're internally motivated or externally motivated. We just talked about that. Like, do you get your energy? Do you get your discipline from somebody else? Do you need to listen to Joe Rogan talk about how to accomplish your goals? You need to listen to freaking David Goggins or whatever his name is and get your inspiration from him. If so, you're externally motivated. And there's nothing wrong with being internally or externally motivated. Neither one of those are better than the other, right? Like, they're just different, and you need to know how you're motivated in order to accomplish your goals. So you need to figure that out. The second thing, are you positive feedback motivated or negative feedback motivated? In your personal pep talk, are you saying you can do this, you can get it done, you can accomplish this, you've got the strength, you've got the stamina, you've got the willpower? That's like positive feedback motivation. If you in your personal pep talk, you're sitting there like, man, you ain't ever gonna get this done, man. What's wrong with you? What's the matter with you, man? You were stupid. Why'd you eat that whole birthday cake? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or why'd you drink 24 beers the other night, you idiot? You know what I mean? If you can take that and it inspires you to get up and say, I'll show you, you're negatively feedback motivated. For me, I'm internally motivated on the positive side, right? Like, my pep talks for myself are positive. Like, you can do this. You've got all of it in you. You've got what it takes. You've just got to commit to it. Like, when I'm doing my personal pep talks, I'm positive feedback motivated. Now, on the flip side of that, my external feedback, the external feedback that motivates me is negative. When somebody is doubting me, when somebody's saying, you can't get this done, man, like, you'll never write this, you'll never do this, you'll never be that, you'll never get that, you're gonna say you're gonna be in the best shape of your life spiritually, mentally, and physically in your 40s, like, you're insane. That kind of external motivation pumps me up. It gives me that, I wanna flip the birds all over the place and be like, I'll show you, I'll do it right now. In my private time, my quiet time, my pep talks for myself are very positive. Like, I've got it, I know I've got everything in me to get it done. But then my external motivation, somebody could give me the biggest compliment on the planet. Say, man, I knew you could do it, you always had it in you. And it's good, and I appreciate it. But what really motivates me is somebody doubting me, casting shade on me, saying, nah, you ain't gonna do this. Like, I'll show you, bro. I'll show you right now. You may be that. You may be somebody who's motivated on both fronts. Whatever it is, y'all, those are the main ways we're motivated. We're either positive feedback, negative feedback, internally or externally. That's how we're motivated. This week, our goal for this week, because y'all, we only got 50 weeks left in this year. This week, somebody out there may have fallen off the wagon on one of their goals, right? And you're trying to get back on. So this week, what I want you to do is as an exercise, I'd like for each one of us, if we can, if you're watching us, to sit down and take a moment and say, okay, how am I motivated? Whatever it is, if you got to write down notes, like whatever it is, to figure out exactly how you're motivated, what motivates you, what inspires you, figure it out. And then I want you to try to figure out how to invest in that motivation strategy this week, at least once. If you're the kind of person who's externally motivated and you've got a friend that you know that every time you talk to them pumps you up and jacks you up and gets you ready to conquer the world, try to sit down and have some coffee with them. Try to schedule a meetup, a hangout with that friend and be like, hey, I'm really trying to get back on my goals. I need us just to get together, to talk, to just kind of hash some things out. Every time I talk to you, it's encouraging, it's inspiring, and I just would love for us to hang out and get some hangout time to kind of refill my tank. If that's you, do it. Set up that hangout time. If you're the kind of person who's internally motivated, this week, you need to set it in your schedule. Whatever minute window, whatever it is, if it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, whatever it is, 2 or 3 times this week, you need to set in your schedule, this is my motivation time. It's my meditation motivation time, where I'm going to encourage myself, or I'm going to do what it takes to get myself back on the wagon and get this done. And if you're the kind of person who can create those disciplines and go over your whys by yourself on your own, because you're internally motivated, set those times up. Even write it down in your freaking daily planner, whatever it is, y'all, and spend that time on yourself so you can get back on that wagon. I know it's difficult. It's hard for me. Figure out this week how you're motivated. Invest in that motivation strategy. Set it at a time to invest in that motivation strategy. Get your accountability partner if that's what it is. And let's do this thing, y'all. Let's do this in 2024. So that's my encouragement to you guys. That's what I'm going to do this week. I know what inspires me and what motivates me. I know what my triggers are, and I'm going to start doing that. It's probably going to be in the shower after my workout. When I'm exhausted, I'll be in there showering, and I'm going to be doing my pep talk. I'm going to get myself motivated, going over my whys and my strategy to make the most of my time. I want to tell you this. God has been so good to me. I'm not pushing religion down your throat. I'm not. But reading the Bible, praying, having a relationship with God has been so tremendous and so fantastic in my life. It's been the best thing for me. And I can't imagine my life without that kind of system, that kind of support, and that kind of community. So I encourage you to get with your community too. Get with your community. Surround yourself with other people who are ready to do this thing, who are ready to grow and make 2024 better than 2023. God bless. Keep being awesome, because that's how God made you. If you like this clip from the Not Gospel Studios channel, don't forget to share. Click on one of the other links and videos. You can find them here, and subscribe. I think it's down here. Tell your friends about us. Tell them that it's healthy, that it's vegan, and all of those things. Keep being awesome, because that's how God made you.